right, all right. Nice. My streaming software has a new button, and usually I just press on start stream and then it goes. But now I need to press on start stream and also press on go live. So this little IT noob had some troubles, but we are here. We are here. So I hope you guys had an amazing weekend, and we have an amazing week coming up as well. See if I have still my. There we go. Amazing week coming up. Today, no news Monday. Don't expect too much from now. It would be amazing if we see some strong moves one-sided before Wednesday, because that will mean there's probably a manipulation move on a weekly candle. So when I look, for example, here on DXY, I like this move upwards, to be honest. Nice staircase upwards. Let it go, let it go. So let's see if we can catch up last week's high. And before I dive in, are there any questions about pairs you want to discuss? Maybe you think like, hey, this pair for today looks very nice. Just let me know in the chat, and then we can go over it. Just looking at Nasdaq ratio. Hey, Yori, Villa, Judy. All right, yeah, let's look at Nasdaq. I saw we had some nice movement upwards today already. So I shared it in the weekly outlook. My higher time frame buys is still to the upside. I like this little correction lower. We took some liquidity already here. It was on Friday. It was Friday. And what I'm expecting personally is today we're trading lower. We can play this. What I have, or we can play something like that. But either way, I don't think the low is set yet, so I have a strong bias for today for shorts. On the hourly currently, it's not too nice. Actually pretty nice here. The tap here at 6 a.m. Yeah, let's see if we can if we get an SMT here at the highs. Let me check. Quick look at ES. Oh, we actually did already here. Ooh. Well, I think markets can sell off very quickly already. SMT here. It's quite early. So you guys know how I play NQ. I like to play NQ around the London session. So it would be today I didn't find anything this price action, but I like to play it around like 4-ish, 3-4-ish. I like to play NQ to trade towards the open. So most of my Nasdaq trades that I take in end of London, 4-ish, RTP at 9:30. And that means, for example, if I expect price, as a hypothetically, I expect price to trade towards here, and I want to long under this low in New York to then trade higher, then I'm willing to take, if hypothetically this is London, I'm willing to take a London short towards a New York entry point. And that's called a little ping pong. Down, up. Of course, it's not for today. Today we had a very ugly London. No news Monday London after don't forget, we had a large range Friday. And Maybe you remember that video from the core content, ICT core content, when to avoid London session. That is the session the day after NFP. Well, and also the day after large range day. So we both had that. So that makes London a big no-go for me for Nasdaq. And for now, yeah, it's Monday. So Monday for me is chill. So I'm looking at what I'm seeing currently here at Nasdaq with SPT at the highs. I see in 5 minutes, I see value gap here getting tagged. But now I see that there are some premium rays being created as well to the upside. Sorry, discount rays. Premium here, discount ray here. So what I need for my short bias to be confirmed is these arrays, these discount arrays, to be completely ignored. And then we can use them later as inverse value gaps, cells of the curve. But until then, there's nothing for me to do. And we could look at another high being taken. Okay, big rent. Let me see. Boaz, welcome. Denise, Kiko, Usi Boy, welcome. Abdul. Ooh, gold. Gold, you really want me to look at gold. I think if you have seen the weekly outlook, I think you already know my answer. Let me see if I can open another tab. Sometimes it takes a long time to load, so let's see how it is today. Yep. All right, so we'll do it here. What I always do, the weekly outlook, and also for the pairs I'm trading on my watch list, go to the monthly. On the monthly, we are still in between last candle's high and low, so we are an inside bar currently. On the weekly, we have 3 dojis with a weekly busy resting below here. And there is a little teaching. I can give now. I'm also going to explain this to the inner circle. I can give it now. When you have a swing high and a swing low, and there's 2 candles failing to take out swing high and swing low here. That's hinting on a consolidation. So I'm expecting not much on a weekly, and on daily, let's see if I can find a clown smiling. But I think it is way better. This is what this is what I think of gold. And like, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean we can not just print a big green candle right now and go to the highs. We can. We can. Because the structure on gold is still bullish. But we failed to deliver cleanly. See this order block, the down close candles here. You can take the wick or take the body. We tap it here. And this is drawn liquidity. All-time high. But it failed to do that so many times. So I chased a few of these candles. But after a while, I was like, nah, probably not. So then what you do, what I would do, is just wait for price to take out with displacement. Let something displace, and probably it's going to be CPI. But for now, it's a big no-go for me. Euro GBP. Gold futures already tapped to the weekly value gap. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Well, that even confirms even more that we're going higher. And I'm very confident that we're going higher, but delivery is just very bad. Euro GBP. I'm waiting what we do here in this daily Sibi. We have filler swings resting here. I think we can go lower. But we have some room to rebalance. But I want this up close candle to be an order block, to act as an order block, to go lower. So I'm basically just waiting for price to displace lower, and hints to me that we're failing discount race. And we have the euro rates coming up on Thursday, so that could be the trigger for CPI, not directly correlated to your GDP, but of course it shake up the market. I think rates will get us down there. I'm waiting patiently on your GDP. Hey Daniel, how are you doing? Crystalix, welcome. David, welcome. What's the best way to trade ranges? Because market is almost 70% in ranges and 30% trending. Keep doing what we do at the 2024 mentorship. So you know the IBDA cycles, right? That we go from an expansion, consolidation to an expansion, consolidation, expansion, retracement or reversal, and then we're going to do exactly the same here. This is how price moves. And you're right, like more than trending, we are more in consolidations. Where are consolidations? First of all, trade with the trend. So most likely, here is a fair value gap. Here is a breaker and an order block. Somewhere here. Let's say this is the order block. And then what you can wait for is, in that order block, wait for small little liquidity sweeps. Those are called turtle soups or liquidity purges or whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. But look for the little liquidity sweeps. And then on the lower time frame, let's say in this piece of price action, let's say this is the daily. Then the 1 on 4 hour, you want to see in this piece of price action. So let's give it a nice little color. I'm doing this because we're waiting for the open, guys. We have some time to kill. Let's say this is the thing I'm going to zoom in on. Price goes down. Now we're approaching that area, and you want to see this happening. This is how the green arrow should look like on the lower time frame. So it sweeps a sneaky little liquidity on value gap 2. What you most likely also see is another little liquidity sweep towards the value gap here, and then the remove. So this is a more advanced answer to how to trade ranges. Lower time frame consolidations, just stay out of it. You always need to have it a higher time. So this is the daily, hypothetically, and the 1 or 4 hour. Look for this. Does this answer your question, Abdul? Yeah, rate cuts will send assets to heaven, Akiko. Yes, that's right. So in that sense, it makes sense. In that case, it makes sense that gold is just shopping around, and Nasdaq's doing a big manipulation like lower. Weekly inverse fair value gap on Euro GBP. Yeah, that's also very true. But if you want to screenshot this, by all means. I will also take a screenshot and share it in the Telegram group. And this is actually where one of the frameworks on top-down analysis I created for the inner circle. Which is like 10% of it, but those prodigies are going to get their technicals in very soon. Very soon. Just next week. And gone. Alright, so you mean the first track up here, I think. This one. Yeah, I think higher lower is on the cards, like definitely, but I want to see more. This is not price action I like. Alright, Mr. Nasdaq, what have we done so far? So we came back to that value gap one more time. If we now start disrespecting this kind of race, I'm in for a short. Can be small short towards here. 50 points, not that much to be honest. I think the low is better. I like this as well. Overlapping the order block here. Yeah, could be something. Let's see. Let's see. So that would mean I would be able to, around the open, maybe later, to take this as a short. 1 to 3. But only when we display is lower. And I have my phone somewhere to execute. Hold on. Oh yeah, the drawn liquidity is also Asia low. Asia low is here, down here. Oh yeah, that's a nice trader setup actually. I like it. Let's see if it comes. Could I go through GBP JPY? Mr. Dion. Mr. Dion will do that. The GBJPY. Oh, nice. We are going. Yeah, so I'm looking for shorts. Actually playing out pretty nicely, like Euro GP as well, to the lows. So my answer is shorts. On all GBJPY. And the move already started. Drawn liquidity is the low here, Sunday low, but of course also the higher time frame lows coming up here. I like how we really respecting this order block here. Order block for value gap. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. So let's see. So now what you want to see is these down close or this kind of rates be completely ignored. So this could be the high already. I want to have more information for me to execute. Right, so we're still respecting this. Right, have the open coming in 3 minutes. GU weekly chart. Yeah, the turtle soup was very nice. Yeah, I saw that as well. Oh, nice, it's loaded. GU weekly. Well, I think we have some lower to go, but the thing is, if you have a hyper bearish bias for DXY for let's say the coming 9 days, because rate cuts are coming in, I have a hard time shorting the majors. So yes, of course, we can take one more leg down. Let's say from this 4-hour value gap, you can take one more leg down. But I think we're gonna see astronomical longs coming in very soon. So for that reason, like what you can do here, 4-hour Sibi. In that 4-hour Sibi, wait what price does. If price comes there, almost the open, it comes there, and you see it. Very nice little structure to the downs. Oh, let's do that again. There we go. It comes there, and you see big displacement lower. Of course, I have to take an entry there. But don't forget the buys on DXY. That's going to be here. So my strategy for the DXY and the majors are very simple. Today, I'm leaving it alone. Tomorrow, I'm going to look for potential highs and lows of the week already. I want to see some aggressive sells, aggressive buys. If it doesn't happen, then I'm wait for CPI. And then the rest of the week we'll give the answer. Okay. This is nice information. It probably looks like we want to take the high. But that's the question. Do we create an SMT somewhere at the highs? So there are two scenarios for Nasdaq for me in my head, and that is for let's say this week and next week. The first scenario on a weekly is that this week is going to be a more up week. The next week is that candle with the big wick during FOMC, or we're going to have the weekly candle with the big wick this week already. Like you see this candle, green candle, big wick. That's the weekly profile I'm expecting for this week or next week. That's and it's actually my first rate cut I'm trading since 2020, and in 2020 I didn't trade any ICT. I was trading nothing, just some random stuff. I found ICT shortly after the COVID COVID crash, COVID rate cuts. I think for many of you, it's your first rate cut, so pay attention, take notes. You wake up my gambler spirit. Then they just go play on blackjack. All right, we are open. It would be nice if we see a sweep of the highs one more time while we're so close. Also, let's take a look at what DXY is up to. So I think DXY has a up move coming in. Like we just started the 4 hour candle. First 30 minutes of this 4 hour candle trades into this 4 hour busy. Let's see if this holds. I don't think so. I think we have one more move up. So with the GU move I mentioned, let's see what if you see displacement. And by the way, if you want to short Euro US dollar. Remember Euro GBP? Euro is way weaker. There's a big order book created here. No SMT. If you want to go short, I want this to be the breaker. Go down. So let's remove some stuff on the screen so I have a clear chart, and then going to see what price does. So we're going higher. We tap the premium of the range. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Nothing to see here yet. Wick on Nasdaq looks juicy, but the next week on the close below the weekly value gap. Mantis says, let me. Um, I'm not sure what you mean, Amantis, with wick on Nasdaq juicy, but next week can close below the weekly value gap. Not sure what you mean by that. I think you mean this weekly value gap or this value gap. You mean this bullish value gap got disrespected? I mean, maybe that. Nice trade on UGSF. I've looked at GSF pairs, but I just cannot. Yeah. So you took the. I hope you were in the longs. I guess. But this is not the turtle soup. This is turtle soup. A turtle soup is when price takes its swing low. It's not a swing low, it's just a regular low. Oh, nice. Nice. Happy that you caught it. Oh, here. Yeah, on the daily is... Yeah, this is turtle soup on the daily. The swing low got serrated. Yeah, that's nice. Like I mentioned, for our value gap here, I think we can go to the highs here. It means shorts for the majors. They're all missing their respective 4 hour CB. Only NZUSDs in. That's interesting. So I'm not interested in this move. I'm interested in this move. I'm anticipating today and tomorrow to be the manipulation higher to then trade lower. That's what I mentioned also in the weekly outlook. Hey Taco Brain, welcome, welcome. Yeah, the staircase on NQ is crazy. There's some nasty price action here on the AOD pairs. I think the AOD pairs have some. It would be nice to see on the AOD pairs like this happening. Just one big aggressive sells, aggressive buys. Maybe it's worth this for value gap and the order block here. The UC cat going higher. Of course, of course. All right, so nice, just chilling, chilling, chilling. What do I think about the 5 a.m. 9 a.m. CRT? I haven't studied CRT. And I think CRT is just a fancy name for the 4 hour open high low close. And if you think very critically and very independently, if you break down what the 10 a.m. game does every day at 10 a.m., it's exactly that. We're looking at the 4 hour open high low close. If we have a clear 4 hour drawn liquidity, then let's say if the drawn liquidity is lower, we want 10 a.m. to trade higher first as a manipulation. So create a high of the wick on the 4 hour candle, high of the candle, and then mark structure shift lower towards the drawn liquidity on the 4 hour. And I think based on what I've seen while I was scrolling through my Instagram and Twitter on CRT is exactly that, but then not at the 10 a.m. candle, but at the 5 to 9 a.m. candle on Forex pairs. And that's not something new. Like, I think I don't know who created it, but it's just a very smart marketing dude. I know some very big Twitter traders who use this exact logic about 4-hour candles like years ago. But I think everybody just sold on the newest gimmick. That's my opinion. And I think they did a like like hands down very good marketing. Everybody's talking about it, even Ice-T. So they did something very right, and it's cool. So that's my 2 cents. So personally, I'm not looking at those things. I have my own models. I have my own ways I look at the higher time frame, the lower time frame, but also the intermediate term time frame. So with higher time frame, I mean daily, weekly, monthly. Intermediate term, I mean the 1 and 4 hour, and then 15, 5, and 1 is my lower time frame. And I have many models tested and ready to deploy. That's what I'm teaching. And apart from that, like I can, like, for example, here's a good example. And I'm renting because I just waited until 10 a.m. But here's an example. What I can do right now is I can go to the YouTube account of ICT's son, Caleb or Callum, something like that. Something to see. He just posted a model specifically for him. And he teased it a little bit, but it's a very clear model that's already out there. I know exactly what he does. Like, it's a little turtle soup, double perch, liquidity sweep, and then market shift upwards to a very clear drawn liquidity. It's a very easy model. What I can do right now is I can extract those rule sets, those game plans, and I can make a very cool flyer on Canva. I'm deploying 10K on ads, and I'm gonna call it the I'm looking around my room to find a cool. I'm looking at the marble wall right now. I'm gonna call it the marble model. Sounds right. Sounds nice, right? The marble model. And all my marketing is going to be up marble, and I'm going to shit on everybody who's not using the marble model. And I'm going to sell course, like I'm making 8 videos or something. It takes me 3 afternoons to make those 8 videos, all like with fluff, extra created to just make it look like it's more than that. And then I'm selling that for like $4.99 per person, or $2.99, whatever you want to do. And with the ad spend on starting with 10K, it's easy to get like 20 sales on that. 20 sales on 499 is 10K back, so on your profit. Reinvest at 10K for 20K ad spend. Rinse and repeat. So what I just did was giving you a blueprint to get easy like 100K in cash. But the reason I'm not doing it has to do with something what's worth more for me than the cash. That's my name, my personal brand. I don't want to get. I call that monkey dance. Monkey dance, like the guy who goes on camera. Hey, buy my course and click the link, and that's something I will never do because I think my name is too valuable to go towards that guru stuff. I hate that. I cringe so hard. So yeah, and I think IC concepts are amazing, but they're like IC also did not come up with them. Like most of them he did, but it's all based on things he learned from his mentors. And that's fine. That's totally fine. And Ice-T is an amazing teacher, but also a very good marketer as well. So I have no hate on Ice-T. I am very thankful. GPJPY lower. Takuma, would you say I agree? Like, as long as it works, and that's fine. And try to buy as little courses as you can while you discover that. And what I will do, and I hope already you did the same and found me, is go on Twitter, go to like not the guys who have already like 50 or 100k accounts, but the smaller ones, like between 5 and 15k, maybe 20. Look at the ones who have actual results, and maybe they're selling something like maybe a mini course or a mentorship, and that's very low key. Like you're not, it doesn't cost too much. It's not like some high tickets, 7 to 10k high tickets. Just I don't know, between $500 and $1,500, and try that. And I did it so many times. I did it like with 20 or 30 different traders. Learned so much from them, and extracted every little inch I loved about their trading and made it my own. So I would definitely recommend doing that as well. The Caleb model is a rebranded double purge. Yeah, I think so too. But that's fine. It's amazing. If it works, then like supply and demand does work as well. Don't forget that. As long as you execute it consistently, all those crazy indicators, it all works because every single indicator has its own edge. All right, enough rents. Any pairs you want me to look at? I heard GBJPY already went over it, but I think we're going lower. I like this candle. Yeah, I mentioned in the weekly outlook already when I recorded it. I want to see lower prices. I mentioned it from. I would like to see here. If you're going low already, it doesn't need to. So look, for example, here this for our bearish order book. Yeah, it doesn't need to come down here. I think this is already enough. And what I mean by that is like if you break it down from up here to where we are right now, we took liquidity. Aggressive buys, aggressive sells. If a bearish breaker here, we trade into that here, then close lower with the up close candle. Should support price lower. Then another up close candle. We don't go over it. We don't close over it anymore. We trade lower with a bearish value gap. Then trade lower again. Up close candle should support price lower, and they do for now. So I would say this is a very clear sell model coming up. SMT with what? SMT with Euro JPY. The high here is high. So this is my full breakdown of I would say lower. Oh, nice, Kiko. Back to the swings. Amazing. US 30 have an existential crisis. I think when I look at US 30 in general, I get an existential crisis. I just hate looking at the Dow. It isn't that bad actually. It's the same as Nasdaq. Yeah, it's exactly the same. All right, so what we're doing, looking at the 10 a.m. candle, or the 10 a.m., the 4 a.m. 4-hour candle here. For now, it doesn't say to me we're going lower yet, but we have 8 more minutes yet. We now trade lower. Drawn liquidity could be this 4-hour value gap or the 1 hour right here. Kiko says, I'm gonna make a channel in the future about trading called Back to the Swings. I love that. Back to the Swings. I love it. I would definitely endorse your channel. I would support you. Up to Bitcoin. Oof, Bitcoin is going lower. So on daily. I'm neutral on Bitcoin. What I see on Bitcoin is that we are disrespecting most discounted rates. So we could go for the low here, 48. Now I'm curious what we do here. Is it daily Cibi? But nothing to me says we're going higher yet. But of course, rate cuts will push higher. If we're going higher for crypto, it's like a matter of time. So many first swings until all-time high. But the question is, where are we going higher from? And that's something I have no answer to. It'd be amazing if we go higher from here. Like, don't get me wrong, I love it. All right, 10 a.m. game is starting almost, almost, almost. And you know who's going to chill here every Monday live stream. It's our best friend. It's our best friend. So what I want to see is the accumulation, manipulation, distribution lower. I'm gonna remove this for now. You guys know the idea. But for any short entries, it's very simple. I want to see displacement lower, creating a value gap lower, preferably 2. So until we have that, I have no interest in shorting. They're just waiting. Thanks, Dackervin. That's a nice trading view hack. I love that. I love it. But you can also hover in the lower right corner of the clock and click A. Where? Click A? Where's A? You mean this? Just click here. Yeah, I know that. But somehow I train myself to do this. I'm not sure why. But I appreciate it. All right, looks like we're currently respecting it. Interesting, interesting. So for the people who already took some trades today, or are more in a like more towards the tilted of the spectrum, tilt side of the spectrum, beware. We have CPI coming up on Wednesday. It's a Monday of the week, so keep it chill. Keep your volume low. Focus on deploying your capital more later in the week. How cool would it be? Let's say tomorrow, Tuesday, and we're now chilling around here, little messing here, and we create a Tuesday high of the week, which is very normal as a classic sell week, Tuesday high, and then CPI Wednesday is like this, is already, and then CPI is this, and you deployed all your capital here already, and you're done. Would be a shame. If you look at the statistics on how many times Tuesday is low or high of the week, and also Wednesday, and not Monday, you will deploy almost no capital on Monday anymore. I always give myself one trade, sometimes two, but most of the time just one, this week, today, I didn't take any trade yet. But it's just because you know the higher time frame is better, at least on Tuesday. So sometimes I get DMs on Skool, on Twitter, on Instagram, like, hey, can you help me with my trading? And sometimes I just send a little message back with, and it consists of a few things. I'll send it in the chat. That starts with no Monday trading, only execute 50-minute and higher. The 5 and the 1 minute is nothing for you. Only trade New York session, because then you can see clearly if London created high low today. You don't need to catch it. If you see in New York that London already created low today, you know where you should put your stop loss. I would say these 3 rules are the solving or many of your problems. All right, so 10 a.m. started a few minutes ago. We are 3 minutes in, and as per usual, let's mark out the 10 a.m. open. And let's see what it gives us. It's 10 a.m. Yep. So let me go to the 4-hour time frame. Oh. Yeah, 4-hour is bullish for now. But we are just in premium of the range. Swing high, swing low. And we are in premium. We're approaching the end of a value gap here on a SIBI. There could be some indicators to go lower, but we don't need to. Oh, but I'm definitely gonna short. Don't get me wrong. Short towards Asia low. Somewhere. Yeah, Kiko, what you share in the chat about you have a Monday no trading, London, New York only is clear. That's amazing. Like, you are a trader, and traders, of course, also have kind of job. So you know every Monday London, you are off. Just like on bank holidays. You have a day off. Enjoy. Alright, so we see some trading lower. We create our first bearish value, but it's not too energetic yet. But we count this one. Yeah, and Q doesn't want to go lower yet. All right, let's see if this gonna be a retracement or we're going to see that aggressive buys, aggressive sells. Yeah, I hope to see that aggressive sells, aggressive buys coming up. That would be nice. And otherwise, if it now goes higher, I'm not looking at anything for today. So now we have this small fair value gap here, but you want to see these discount arrays failing. If they do, we will now go lower here. That could be an indication that we want to go lower. But preferably you want to see price coming under this low. All right, this is very promising. We close lower, break of structure. All right, this could be nice for an entry. Oh well. Nice. I love that. Boom. All right, let's see if price comes back to the for value gap. It's also a start for 5 minutes for value gap, so it could be. Could be. On the GBP pairs, or the AUD pairs, we have that sweep or I talked about pre-stream. So if you now have that displacement higher versus sales aggressive buys, that's your entry towards a very nice trade. Nice, Kiko. That sounds like a good plan. He has already rebalanced this for value gap, so it could be that we don't need to come back there. S&T for value gap. That's 21. Like that we're going lower is very clear. Like aggressive buys, aggressive sells. We have clear drawn liquidity. That's the Asia low. That's down here. The direction is good. Only a tap into the 5-minute value gap would be a nice blessing, but I'm not sure if we get that. I'm gonna write down what's going on in my head about this trade. So with the SMT at the value gap here, now we're going lower. Remember what I mentioned about DXY? I mentioned maybe for tomorrow, expect for now some chopping around, and then high of the week Tuesday or Wednesday, somewhere there. And the best scenario here, guys, and this is for your notes. The best case scenario is that tomorrow on Tuesday we already have a high of the week, so CPI can be this the distribution move of the weekly candle. So make sure tomorrow in New York you are ready to analyze the DXY chart and look at, hey, could this already be a high of the week? And how can you analyze that? Is, for example, has it broken last week's high, like a big liquidity pool? Second, has it done a market structure shift on, let's say, the 104 hour with a value gap? And does it hold? And that way you can ask as many questions as you can to analyze if you are on the right side of the curve. So if you see something like this, this is something I would look for. And there we go, complete the 10 a.m. game, guys. The 10 a.m. game is actually completed when we already took this low. 4 hour for value gap is the blue, 1 hour for value gap is the yellow. The screenshot of the DXY, Kiko? Or of the 10 a.m. game? Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. I wanted to play out a little bit more. I want to see the candle come to TP here. I can share it already. I'll send it in the Telegram. I want to print it out and have it on my desk. Nice, nice. And then people come to your room and they think, why is this lunatic having a jigsaw, like a horror guy on a picture on his desk? But for the The blue shade area is the 4-hour value gap. Right here. It's too big, actually. There we go. 4-hour value gap. And the yellow one is the 1-hour value gap. A 5-minute unicorn. For me, it wasn't a unicorn, to be honest, because there was no overlapping part between a value gap and a Brian. For me, there wasn't no overlapping part between value gap and then breaker. But maybe on US 100 there was. Kiko, do you want for the question? Do you want the honest answer, or do you want me the cool answer? The cool answer will be, I love to have the difference on my chart so I can see the 4 and the 1-hour. But the real answer was, I was annotating the accumulation box, like somewhere here. And when you make then a new box, then it stays the same color. And I was just lazy. That's the honest answer. I was lazy when I was marking out the 4-hour value. But if you want, special for you, for your screenshot, I'm now going to change this for shadow. So you can print it out without your OCD tricking you. And I would take this. Wait, I'm going to make it almost. This looks nice with the down close candle here. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to send it to you. Hold on. I'm even going to send one without the scary guy so you can actually print it out. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. After a long time streaming, I cannot think anymore. ES. Oh, yeah. I think you are completely right there. Uh, well, I would say this the breaker. But there's no value gap here overlapping. So still no unicorn. Or maybe the one. I think the 1 minute has a unicorn in it. Has it? If you would say this tiny candle is the breaker, not too convinced. I would say no. I would say no. So I took a position earlier and actually want my TP to go here. But let's see. Remember these guys? The manipulation leg. Swing high, swing low. Let's see if we can get the -2. -2.5 my TP. Playing with fire. And if we now going to create this structure, then you know it's time for longs. We can already print low of the week here today. But I think we can go low first. All right, guys. It's 10:40. It's a good stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. Before I finish up the stream, any questions? Question about the stream, about maybe the pairs, also for later in the week, how to play CPI. I also already gave some tips during this stream, but also during the weekly outlook. Let me know if there are still some remaining questions. And on top of that, don't forget, on the Market Master Skool group, there's the trading games. Feels like the Hunger Games, but it's not the Hunger Games. They're going to the trading games and share as much value as possible. There are some nice prices up for grabs. Perhaps we're gonna add some more prices. I love the question. Daniel asked, how was the 4-hour candle bearish? Let me go to another layout. I hope I'm not going to spoil any things I created. Or maybe I removed it already. Nice. This layout I used for the inner circle mentorship teachings. No, there's nothing here. Nice. So the reason for my 4-hour bearish candle, I waited for two things to happen. The first one is like let's. This is the reversal play that we did today. Oh, there we go. So this was the candle before 10 a.m. We were in this 4-hour SIBI. From this point, I wouldn't have said that we are just going to create a bearish candle out of the blue. I don't believe that. There were two entry criteria for me before I would enter. That was a liquidity sweep, so that means taking out the last candle's high. And also if you go to the lower time frames, of course this is not visible yet. We are here in a in a 1-hour SIBI. And also order block, breaker, you go lower even, 50-minute, value gap, order block. So there's so many premium rays in this area on all the time frames that this could be a place for price to go lower from. So the first is area with many premium arrays, and the second one is only when sweeping last 4-hour high. Those two. And from that point, the first thing happened. Where were we going? Towards the area with so many premium rays. We swept previous candles high, aggressive buys, aggressive sells. Value gap 1. Value gap 2 should be here, but we have an SMT. And yeah, that's it. Let me know if to answer your question, Daniel. And the reason I did, because you can also frame. Let me make this answer more complete, even more complete, without. Let's say you would have ignored this one, all the information there. Like this doesn't, and I agree with your question. This doesn't say short to me for 4-hour candles in a row. That's why you need to wait for the 10 a.m. game to play out, because this looks very bullish. If you, for example, go to the 50-minute, failure swings. Asian low is still intact. We expecting a bullish week, or at least we're going towards the weekly SIBI somewhere until rate cuts next week. So if you're expecting a bullish weekly candle, we first need to go down. I think that's the third reason I would say that was I mentioning also at the start of the stream. My bias for today is bearish because I think we can go higher first. So we can go higher in the higher time frame. So first lower. Sil asks, how did you find the entry even though the value gap 2 was not retested? I took my entry when the break of structure came. In this candle. Also, a great question from Lorian. Is it just one of those trades that we have to accept there wasn't an entry, or would have done something different to enter? I think that's a difficult question. What I would recommend next time, but this is something, especially the inner circle members, you need to backtest this first, because I'm gonna say to you this, and don't take this for granted. Build data on this. This was his scenario. From this point, we have a mark structure shift. That means we were from a buy program to a sell program. And in sell programs, up close candles should support price lower. And look what happened here. We broke structure. We created a up close candle. And this is the thing you should backtest. Because you are now in a sell program. And when you have so many failure swings, with still a very bearish order flow, even on the higher time frame. Right here, we're still bearish. You can expect the delivery to be fast as well. Let's go back to the example. Right here. So here. And then to answer your question now directly, Lorian, what could you do differently? I would say when you see this candle print and you see this as an order block being respected, because that's what it is, an up close candle in a sell program, then you could take your entry in this candle. Same draw on liquidity or maybe lower. Then it's the same question. What if it does spike into it? Well, then just place your stop loss above the high and do a 1 to 2. Yes, not very fun, but it is what it is. So if you see very bearish order flow, you see the up close candle being respected, and same here. Where's my thing? Price should not come above this candle anymore. So yeah, that's the answer I can give. CL, I lost a trade before 10:10. I see. Yeah, I think you got taken out by the aggressive buys, aggressive sells. I can imagine. I can imagine. This should be in your entry model. Aggressive sells. Sorry, aggressive buys, aggressive sells. These are no. I call it here like I see different value gap, but it's not that aggressive. This is aggressive. Feels like a taller play. There we go. All right. So now, same question. Are we going lower? Are we going higher? Well, let's see. We are in a 4-hour value gap, so we could trade higher from here. That means, let's see if we create for value gaps. You respect the value gap. If we create this, we're probably seeing higher prices towards the highs. If we don't see that, then probably trade lower towards the 1-hour value gap. Just keep monitoring that. If you're now on the sidelines, if you want to take profit here or you want to wait, do that. I would say be okay with this very nice 1 to 3. All right, any more? I love the question, by the way, guys. Amazing, amazing. Did I answer everybody's question? If I did, little W in the chat if you like the stream as well. A little longer than usual. But I think it's another nice little session. If you still have questions, you can ask them right now, or you can ask them in the Skool group. And again, don't forget to join in on the training games. Even if you're just not participating for the coaching calls, it's very nice. Just share value on a consistent basis. I think that's you can help so many people with that. So show up consistently. Let's keep winning, growing, learning, and yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, amazing session, and see you guys later. Have an amazing rest of your Monday. For the people who are not going to speak before CPI, trade safe. I will rent something in the Telegram before CPI, as usual, because you shouldn't blow your account gambling it. It's not worth it. You're a better trader than that. All right, guys. Euro AOD, Denergy, real quickly. Euro AOD, higher. There it goes. Higher. We just had a nice liquidity sweep on the 50-minute. And I'm now waiting both on Euro AOD and GP AOD for a nice market shift. Excel, I just went over like a few minutes ago. I was rewind the stream like 10 or 15 minutes ago. I went exactly why I thought we would turn around here. So make sure you can on YouTube you can just replay it. All right, guys. See you later. Bye bye.